Hey there, my name is Leah, and I am a life and relationship transition coach. And I want to talk today about something I'm very passionate about, and it is called How to Manifest Abundance in Relationships by Expanding What Feels Familiar. So, if your relationships have often felt stuck or unfulfilling, and you feel like you find yourself in these cycles over and over again with like the same types of dynamics, it might be because you're still choosing what's familiar, even if it no longer serves you and you know that it no longer serves you. It's an instinctual thing that we do to survive is we go with what feels familiar because there's predictability in what's familiar. In this vlog, let's explore how to shift old relationship patterns by expanding our familiar feelings, using emotional imagination, embracing what's unfamiliar, and learning how to manifest true connections by starting inward, starting from what's inside of you. Um, so, if you've wondered why you keep attracting these same kinds of people in your life, maybe you find yourself saying, like, why does this keep happening to me? Why does nobody want to be with me? Why does everyone leave? Why am I not being chosen? So, over and over again, if you find yourself in these situations and you're seeing a pattern and you're asking yourself, what's with this pattern? This video is for you. It's not just chance. And I know it can feel that way, but we tend to stay within what's familiar, even if that familiarity is rooted within fear or chaos or self protection. We'll do the same things over and over again. We'll be attracted to the same feelings, even nuanced feelings, over and over again until we change that feeling, or we at least are aware of it. So today let's talk about how to break that cycle by expanding what's possible for you so you can begin manifesting more abundance in your relationships. So just because something feels familiar doesn't mean that it is healthy or aligned. And I'm not saying be afraid of familiarity. A lot of times, familiarity is totally fine, but don't confuse predictability with safety or control with connection or emotional intensity with love. I want you to be able to separate those things because those are typically things that have been toxic, in the past that you might be welcoming into this new, relationship or this new dynamic. So something that you might ask yourself or you might tell yourself is what's familiar might be based on old pain, dynamics from childhood, past partners, or relationships where you had to shrink, overperform, or chase. Um, that might be what that familiarity is. So, what kinds of relationships feel normal to you? And when I say normal, like, what are you used to feeling in relationships, even if it's bad? Are they actually nourishing or are they just familiar? Think about what you're attracted to. Think about the people that are attracted to you. Think about what you've accepted over and over and over. The key to change is to expand your emotional imagination. So, a lot of times I ask people, well, what do you really want? They can't really even think about it because they've never experienced it before. So, we have to imagine, we have to use, something that we've never experienced before. We have to dream a little bit. So, if you've ever seen healthy love modeled, maybe that's what you can use as a metric. You may not know what it feels like to be in it, to be respected, to be seen, to be consistently cared for and loved and shown up for, but maybe you've seen it outside of you. Draw on those resources. That's how you manifest something different. You have to imagine something different first. You have to get familiar with what you haven't yet experienced. I know it sounds difficult because it is. So imagine something that you haven't experienced before And then familiarize yourself with that vision, with that image. How to do this. So visualize what you feel, what you would feel like in a relationship where you feel calm, you feel secure, you feel like you're not performing, you're just being you. You don't overthink your worth, you don't overthink your position in that person's life. You feel fully yourself and deeply accepted for that. Imagine that. Just let that sink in. The more often you imagine that, the more familiar it will become. You may have to write this down. You may have to record yourself, talking through this or watch this video multiple times. But the more familiar it becomes, the more likely you are to recognize it and to allow it into your life and to turn away from anything that isn't that, rather than turning towards that old toxic familiarity. You're creating a new familiar. Manifesting abundance in relationships isn't about pretending or forcing, though. It's about becoming aligned with what you truly want. So, knowing what your values are in relationship and then aligning your actions with those by using your imagination. When you shift your internal world, like your beliefs, your nervous system, and your expectations, you start calling in different people and different dynamics and experiences. Here's what you can do. There's 4 steps. 1, reflect on current patterns. What kind of relationships do you keep allowing and why? Number 2, name what you want to feel. Is it calm? Is it seen, equal, respected? Start with how you want to feel, not what you want them to look like. So feelings, not visuals. Then visualize it. Walk through a relationship moment in your mind where that feeling is present. So create that vision in your mind and then practice it in small ways. So how can you show up differently in a relationship today, even slightly? So if you want to create new results, you have to create new familiarity. I can't stress that enough. You are worthy of calm, mutual, respectful, wholehearted, authentic relationships, but you have to get out of your own way. So engage in this prompt with me today. What's one quality or feeling that you want to experience in your relationships that hasn't felt familiar before? So what's one new thing that you want to feel? Comment below. I'd love to hear, and be sure to download the worksheet that I've attached in the caption to discover how to shift old relationship patterns and manifest true connections. Thank you so much. Take care.